Hi everyone, welcome to my channel once again. This is Engineer Reagan. Um, Today is a follow-up video for my previous tutorial. The last time we talked about how to solve linear equation, but then the examples that I showed you were actually simple ones. Okay, but this time we will be solving linear equations that contain group symbols. Okay. Okay, excited to start it out already. So, okay, let's move on. Let's go to our first example. 40 is equals to 5 times 3y plus 2. Okay, now the first thing to do, okay, the first job is actually to get rid of the parentheses. Okay, as you can see from the right side of the equation, you can see a parenthesis. Now think of the parenthesis as a rope that binds the terms inside it. Okay, so what you need to do is to free them up. Okay, you gotta free them up, dude. So to do that, okay, is we have to distribute the 5. Okay, 5 here is actually multiplied to the entire term. Okay, so you multiply, you distribute, multiply 5 to what? To 5 3y. Okay, 5 times 3y, you get 15y. Next thing is, again, multiply it once again to 2. So 5 times 2, that's plus. Okay, so see, by doing that, you have already taken out, you have already eradicated the parentheses. And now we're already free to do what needs to be done. Okay, after doing that, next is, as I've told you before, you need to separate. Okay, separate the constants from the ones with the variables. So let's try to do it. 40, okay, so 40 here needs to be joined by another constant from the right side. So we will just transpose the 10 from the right side to the left side. So this becomes minus 10. Why minus? Because from the right side it's plus 10. As I've said before, when any number or any algebraic expression, when it passes through the equal sign, no, from one side to the other, its sign changes. So it becomes minus 10 is equals to 15y. Okay, and then what's left to do is you need to combine like terms. So this time, let's subtract 40 minus 10, you get 30 is equals 15y. And since we're only after the value of y, we need to get rid of what? The constant coefficient 15, right? How? By dividing each side by that coefficient. Okay? So that y 15 cancels out, and all you have left is y, and then 30 divided by 15, you get 2. So you now have the value of y, which is 2. Okay? Pretty easy, right? Okay. How about moving on to our second example? Okay, as I've said before, your first job, the first thing to do is you gotta get rid of the parentheses, and for you to do that, you just have to distribute. Okay, distribute. Use distributive property. After that, then you're on your way already of solving the entire equation. Okay, so then again, 3 here needs to be distributed to the entire term inside the parentheses. So this becomes now negative 3 times 2x, that becomes minus 6x. Okay? This one. After that, distribute the 3 once again to the next term, which is minus 1. So that becomes minus 3 times minus 1, that becomes plus 3. All right? Equals to 1. Okay. Now, investigate whether there are already terms that can already be combined. And yes, it just so happened that you, on the left side, you have 10 and 3, which are both constants, and you can already combine them. So 10 plus 3, you get 13. So it becomes now negative 6x plus 13, right? 10 plus 3 is equals to 1. Okay. The next thing to do is this. Since we have already toned it down to the simpler form of the equation, the next thing to do is we need to transpose now, okay, to separate the variables, the terms with the variables and the constants. So what I'll do is this, negative 6x. I'll transpose now the 13, so this becomes 1 minus 13. And then negative 6x. So 1 minus 13, you get negative 12. Okay, so to solve for x, we just have to divide each term by that coefficient. Negative 6 cancels out. All you have left is x is equals to negative 12 divided by negative 6. You have positive 2. It's positive. Why? According to the rule, when you divide like signs, meaning when you divide two numbers, no, that are both positive or both negative, the answer will always be positive. Okay? Okay, lastly, for our last example, let's try solving this one. Okay, so in this particular example, both sides of the equation, it started out with two parentheses. It may look difficult, but actually, as I said before, all you need to do is you just have to follow the procedure and know the basic. And definitely, there will never be anything hard for you. Okay, so okay, let's start. To get rid of the parentheses, again, we will distribute the 3, multiply the 3 to the first term inside the parentheses. So 3 times m, it becomes 3m. Then 3 times 7, okay, that becomes plus 21 equals. And then the 2 here should be distributed here or multiplied. It becomes 2 times 5, that's 10. And then again, multiply it here. So it becomes minus 2m plus 6. You don't need to distribute 2 to the 6. Why? Because 6 is entirely different. It's not inside the parentheses. It's an entirely different term. So no need to distribute. Okay? And then 3m, nothing to combine from here. So stays the same. But from the right side, you have two terms that can already be combined, the 10 and 6. So add them up. 10 plus 6, you get 16 minus 2m. All right. Yeah, after doing that, this time, all we need to do is now transpose the like terms, okay? So we could separate now the terms with the variable and the constants. So 3m, we will transpose the negative 2m, the minus 2m from the right side, and this time it becomes plus 2m. Is equals to 16 to be joined by 21 from the left side. But since it's plus 21 here, it becomes minus 21. All right. Okay. So what's left for us to do is now just to combine the like terms. 3m plus 2m, you get 5m. And then 16 minus 21, you get negative 5. Right? So to solve for m, we just have to divide each term by that coefficient, the coefficient of m. Cancels out, the 5 cancels out, so all you have left is m is equals to negative 5 divided by 5 is negative 1. Okay? So now, at least now you know already how to solve equations, linear equations involving group symbols. Okay? We will have a third part for this linear equation, and by that time I will be talking about solving linear equations with fractions. Okay. Yes, that might be a little bit harder than the first two topics, but definitely, as I've said, I'll just have to walk you through it, and then I'm confident that right after the lesson, you will be able to understand the the idea and the concept of solving linear equations. Okay, so that's all. Again, please subscribe to my channel so that you will be updated to my videos. I will be uploading videos on a daily basis. So please subscribe to my channel, and if there's anything that you want me to go through a lot more, whether it's about linear equations or any other topic, please let me know. Drop down your comments down below and let me know about it. Okay, guys, that's all. Thank you so much. Once again, this is Engineer Reagan. Bye.